Hey, this is Tim Wergler, Camp Director at Camp Indian Trails. We're back today talking about registering your scout for camp and getting that all taken care of before March 31st, because if you get it done before March 31st, you get the best price available. So the first step is to go to the website, which is glaciersedge.org. Once you get to that website, you're going to see the bars across the top, and you're just going to click on camps. Once you click on camps, you're going to see this picture. You can go to Cub Scout Camp here at the top, or you can scroll down and click on Cub Scout there. And scroll down again, and you're going to find that there are different camps you can go to. I'm going to point out this one first because this is a really important one. There's all sorts of information there to make your process much easier. The whole Parents Leader Guide is in there. A lot of other information about gathering things from your scouts to get the registration done easily. But we're going to do a 4-day sleepover camp registration, and they're all very similar. So this will take you to this page, and it'll tell you the scheduled dates. And the first thing you have to choose is which one we're going to go to. You notice again, the best prices happen before March 31st. So we're going to go to session 3 at Camp Indian Trails. So I click that green button, and we're going to register as if it's a parent and a scout. So we're going to continue as a guest. Once you get to this page, you put in the number of youth that you have and the number of adults that are attending. If there's no adults attending, then you got to work with your den and all those kinds of things. And then you click to register over here. That brings you up to this page. Very simple. We're just going to put in a name. He's one of the best scout leaders we have, is Joe Schmo right there. And an email address so we can send you the confirmation and continue forward. And that's going to get it started. The first thing we have to update is some updated information for this person. So we have the name, we have the email. We're going to put in a cell phone number because that's important for communications. And one of the really important things is to select the unit. So yes, we're a Glacier's Edge Council, and we are going to be a pack. So we're going to click on that. Now remember that a lot of your pack numbers have a 3 at the beginning. For example, if you think that your pack is 145, you're going to want to put in 3145, or you can scroll down to 3145, and it's right there. So you click on that, and that brings you to the pack that's part of that. We're the O'Hara pack 3145. That 3 confuses a lot of people. It's really not important for anything except for the registration process, so just remember to look for the 3. And then we save that. And then we're going to look at our participants, our scout. And here we come in to find our scout. They're going to click on that. We're going to have to update some information here as well, putting in the name, last name, email address. You'll notice that a lot of things are marked red. These are required fields. So if you don't fill in that field, when you click save, it's going to drive you back and ask you to fill in the things. Make sure you put in the age. And remember that when you put in the tiger or the scouting rank, always register from what they're going to be next year. So if they're a tiger this year, register them for a wolf. If they're a bear this year, register them for a weebelows. Emergency contact number is really important. And one of the most important things is to get in there the t-shirt size. That's included with the registration. Another thing that really is going to help us prepare for camp is to put in your allergies and medical issues and dietary restrictions. If you're gluten-free, we can help you with that. If you have medical issues, we can also take care of that as you come to camp and make sure that we provide you the best experience possible. When you have that all filled out, click Save. And now that we have the scout done, we're going to go back and fill in the information for the adult. So we click on that. Here's all that information we need to put in, same kinds of things that we did for the scout. Emergency contact numbers, phone numbers, dietary issues. We also have the opportunity for you to get a t-shirt as well. Make sure that you differentiate between a youth size and adult size to get the right size t-shirt at camp. Put in that cell phone. Remember the allergies, dietary restrictions. And if you have a CPAP machine, it's a great thing to put down there that you need to have power for that. And that's going to update that. Looks like we're doing pretty good. Then it's going to let us continue to the next field where we're going to do the checking out. And you're going to notice that it added everything up there. It put down the regular price, the balance due, and then it gave you the discount before March 31st price. Don't let that confuse you. That's just automatically into the system. So this is the balance that's there. Then we click checkout. And then we have to put in all of our billing information. A lot of it's going to be similar to what you had before. We need to put that in. Notice how I just click everything in there. It makes it really nice and easy. And then I have read and agreed the council policies required. If you want to see the policies, click on that. They all pop up. And then when you agree to it, you just click on that switch and it moves you to the next thing where you get to the billing. You can do an e-check through your bank. You can do a credit card, or you can even mail in a check. But if you choose to mail in a check, make sure you mail it in within 10 days to make sure the registration goes through. It looks like we booked our registration for our scout and ourselves. We're good to go. Awesome, yay. So what's going to happen now is it's going to send you an email to the email address that you put in there to confirm everything. And if you need to change something, you can also go back and change things as well. So if you're a camp coordinator, cub master, or den leader, and you're registering numerous or multiple scouts, there's an easy way to do that. If you go to My Account and click on that, you can create an account and get all the information that you need. Or if you already have an account, simply log in with your password. And by doing that, you can upload all the information right away, quick and easy. And more importantly, it's very, very easy then to go back to your registration and fix something, or change a t-shirt size, or add a scout, or delete a scout, or all those kinds of things. You have the opportunity to have a lot more control over your registrations.
Building on what Tim was talking about, when you create that account, one of the things that's really neat is after you log in, you can view activities, talk about rosters and profile and all that stuff. So I want to run through really quick what that looks like. What's most important is when you do register for camp, you can go in and you can see everything that's going on. So you can see, I registered for the council dinner. So when I click on that, it'll tell me what my balance due, how many participants, all those sorts of things. Likewise, here's one for camp. So it tells me here 2 participants and we owe some money. So I can click view and it brings me right back to that registration, or I can go in and click participants, payment, do whatever I need to do to make sure that I've got everything I need to go to camp. One of the neat things is when you click up here and you click roster, on the roster screen, you can actually load in your entire pack, all the youth, all the adults, first name, middle name, their member ID, their birthday, all the stuff that I would ever ask you for registration. You can add them in there. Super easy. Add youth. Type in their name, all their information. When you go to create your events then, and you add youth, you can actually then grab that youth from your roster and just drop them in. So you don't have to enter the data every time they register. So if you're a cub master or you fulfill a position where you do a lot of the registration, I highly recommend taking the time to go in and add all those kids into the roster. You can also do an import as well.
All right, so there's even more advantages to doing this registration. Let's say that you've registered your information and something needs to change. All you have to do is click lookup, go to the lookup registration and click on that. And that's going to pull up this field where you can put in the email address that you put in at the beginning. If you have the registration number from the registration that was emailed to you, and then click that registration, you can easily and effectively then go in and change everything. This is a very intuitive program. All you have to do is follow the prompts, and it makes it really easy to take care of all the information and making registration much more easy when you come to camp then. So resources, trying to make this as easy as we can for anybody who's registering. This is sort of our Cub Camp pages. You'll see all sorts of things up here at the top. One of the things we're going to click on over here is Camp Resources, and we're going to click Cub Scout Camp Forms. And you see that we have different forms for different places, the sleepover camp information, the health forms, summary brochures, all that kind of stuff. And one really important one is the form to collect information, the camp registration form. So we're going to click on that. And this is especially going to help you as leaders because it has all of the information you need to gather from your scout, put it on this piece of paper so that when you sit down at the computer, it's very easy just to pop things in one after the other. Again, remember that you have to make sure to check them for their t-shirt size. That's the big one that people a lot of times forget. So we hope that that helps you get your scouts registered for camp this year. Remember that the first price deadline is on March 31st. Get them registered before that changes as much as you can. After that, you can register up to the day that camp starts. And remember, we're trying to get every cub to camp in 2020.